So we're just talking to you, Ange.
Yes.
You're going to talk for the next 30 seconds
All
before
right.
we introduce him.
Yeah.
About how the facts you're cold, and it's red hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
It's not red hot.
It's sort of.
The aircon's on.
I think it's warm.
I always
It's
wear a
blowing
coat.
cold. I think it's blowing cold air.
Right, okay.
I do always wear a coat. I'm constantly cold. I think there's something actually wrong with me, like circulation or something.
Is it low iron? My missus blames low iron on my coldness.
Yeah, so I've got to have more Guinness or something.
Well, you could go
got
down.
iron on it.
She gets me iron tablets and then shouts at me and I don't take them.
Right.
Because it's almost my fault I'm cold. You're a bit like me in a minute. You're feeling the cold more, I've noticed.
No, I was ill yesterday.
Oh, was you? Is that what it was? Oh, I thought it was because you lost a bit of weight. Everyone's commenting on you looking good. Yeah.
215 today. It's £52 down from summer.
£52 down, you know. £52 down.
£52.
That's a person's day.
Jay.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's a little person.
It's a really fat baby. Is what it is.
£52.
Like a proper fucking McDonald's
Hey,
toddler.
I was away £52. What? Jesus Christ.
How old is he? He's only 41 months.
But loads of people were commenting off the bar, I noticed, saying, you know, keep it up, well done. Someone put Ste lost weight. No, do you reckon? We were talking, we were on topic for the Brew, don't worry, earlier about...
Not for long. We won't do it for long.
No, this was on topic for the Brew. What we were talking about, not actually being on topic, because that's insane. People who've never put a bad performance in a film, because I think everyone makes bad films. Like, everyone has made, other than John Cazale, if anyone wants to start getting technical. But who's the one actor or actress who's never been in who's never put in a bad performance?
Bad performance.
I've never seen it with Michael Keaton, which is what sparked this off.
Yeah, because I watched
Michael
Beetlejuice
Keaton,
last night.
I think Michael Keaton is a top actor. Even in stuff like the other guys, where he's playing a bit of a length. He's top in that as well.
Do you know he started off as a comedian?
Makes sense.
Do you know that? Because when he did that thing on there was a documentary on the Comedy Store. Where did we go? Was that the Comedy Store?
It was.
Yeah, and he was in it. And he said people forget, you know.
On the Sunset Strip?
Yeah, you started off as a comedian. They showed a footage of him as a comedian. And he's like, yeah, that was how I started. And then obviously, became an actor. Who's your go-to? Who do you think, you know what, they're always all right?
Comments up, I'm not just texting.
I've got...
Right, do what you want.
I'm trying
Morgan
to think.
Freeman. Has Morgan Freeman put in a bad performance? He must have done. He's in so much.
I think...
Julia Roberts must have had a bad one.
I watched the film...
Yeah, I can't think of one.
I can't think of one.
Someone said DiCaprio, I said DiCaprio.
You said DiCaprio, didn't you?
DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis has had a shout in the comments as well. Someone said Hulk Hogan. No.
Ronan Earls is chatting absolute garbage. Got to say, Jay, my missus and I watched Dead Man's Shoes last week and was a bit disappointed. Undeniably good movie, but honestly expecting more.
Edward Norton. No, I have seen Edward Norton phone one in.
Oh, Edward Norton. One of the Hulk ones that he's in isn't that good. He was Hulk for a bit, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember? He's like, yeah, need a few quid. We get it. But he wasn't that great. Sam Rockwell's a good shout.
Cillian Murphy's doing bits at the minute, isn't he?
Oh, mate, just about. Have you seen Oppenheimer?
Yes.
What do you reckon? It's good.
The sex scenes in it were a bit weird. Weirdly placed.
Like randomly in the tribunal.
Yeah.
Like employment tribunal, and all of a sudden there's shagging in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and, yeah, not really. It's like a flashback or whatever. But you're like, really? Okay, if you want. Like, yeah, that was a bit random. I like the fact that that's the one thing you picked up on a fucking 3-hour epic.
I'm not thrown out of cinema, Jay. I'm joking.
Still a grey area, though.
I didn't get thrown out.
Santa Not says Malkovich. That's a good shout, isn't it, John Malkovich?
Tom Hanks has had some really overacted performances, especially in the 90s.
In fact, was the one that he was in with Julia Roberts that's just come into my head, was it, one of them was a teacher or something.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's get Tom Hanks' filmography.
Tom Hardy and Christian Bale have had some decent shouts.
Denzel Washington, I'm trying to think.
Denzel's a decent shout.
Yeah, Denzel, he's in the new Gladiator, isn't he?
Yeah.
I was watching it regardless, but he's had really good reviews as well.
Oh, mate, that needs to be watched at the cinema now. I can't be watching that on the telly.
Just Google, can I take a sword to the cinema?
Yeah, that's it, innit? Should we get dressed up?
It will have been like over 10 years ago, because I remember being forced to watch it in a cinema on a school trip.
So what, is he a teacher in it?
Brandon Fraser, says Tom. I never took to him.
Brandon Fraser's been in some right stinkers.
Never took to him.
Let me have a look.
Like, people absolutely rave about the Mummy, and I think it's a bit alright.
Yeah, I think it's sort of Larry Crown, is that it?
Yes.
I don't even think I've seen that.
Yeah, that's it.
What's that
Yeah,
got on?
36% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Fucking hell.
Stu says Ed Harris. You put Ed Harris in, he brings a certain patois to anything that he brings in, doesn't he? Like,
Yeah, he does.
just delivers.
He's good in it.
Just a
He's good in the.
grumpy
I
old-
love him in the Truman Show.
Yeah, he's acing.
He's good in. What's that one where Russell Crowe goes off his head?
Is that next 3 days? Is it something?
No, A Beautiful Mind. You know, is that Professor John Nash?
Oh, that one.
And Ed Harris is like his handler.
What was that recent one with
He's in his
Russell
head.
Crowe where he follows some woman?
Oh, worst film, one of the worst films I've ever seen.
What?
Unhinged.
Unhinged, that's
Yeah, mate.
Someone goes, it's you. What do you mean it's me?
Yeah. it's Steve when when he gives up and stops taking his meds. But do you remember when it was Jamie Carragher who called you Fat Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
Well, he was laughing now, eh?
Just because I nailed him on. He was talking about scoring for United or something like that.
Was it was a bit of good shit house what you did.
Yeah,
Remind everyone what you did.
You scored a few for United, didn't you?
That was that at Anfield?
Yeah.
It was like you, Uncle Webby. I mean, who put that, by the way? What producers got sats after that one? I've got some United fans. All right, I've got Stephen Howson.
Webby.
What? And I've got Darren Webb. What?
And it's Carragher, Neville, us and the Red Men.
Right,
Inside Anfield.
How did no one get cancelled from either side on that one? How did that not just escalate
did well
into a
for that
fight?
one, yeah.
It were fucking live.
Live, mate. I don't even like doing Concept with You Webby live sometimes. I get scared, let alone on Sky, in Anfield, with a load of Scousers who are trying to wind you up. Oh my God. I remember watching that at the time thinking...
Imagine I just throw a shoe at him or something. Like, just proper, like, out of pocket.
Yeah, just halfway through he was talking.
Yeah.
That would have been funny, that. Yeah, because I remember watching that and thinking, what's Webby doing on Sky Sports on a live? I wasn't bothered about you. I thought you'd be all right. Little did I know. But I thought who's put him on that? How's that happened? Yeah, that's class, that. That was about 13 years ago.
Bill Murray's good. Ron Perlman brings... Ron Perlman and Ed Harris. Have they been in anything together? Because like, they could... I don't know what it is, but it's gritty. If those two are in it, it's...
I tell you what they've been in together. Enemy at the Gates.
Oh, shit.
The sniper one.
Jude Law fella.
Yes, good lad. Yes, you see. We know how.
You do,
you know
don't
what I
And
mean?
do you know what? It's gritty.
It is gritty, innit? There's shagging in that as well, isn't there, with Rachel Weisz? Halfway through the film, they just decide to start getting on. It's like they give up halfway through. Let's put a bit of shagging in there. Go on, why not? This is a war film. What's going on? Innes says, how many sporting players we're getting linked to then over the next couple of windows? I'd say
all of them. Next question.
Cody has congrats. I only wanted to read this because of the
Same
last
as all
bit.
the Ajax players that we just had.
Congrats quitting the Red Bull Ste. Great vid. Yeah, you've done a little. What's the title of your vid on your channel?
I quit Red Bull for 90 days.
Right. Okay. What's it about?
But there's not really an M. Night Shyamalan twist going on here. It's very much what it says on the tin. But the thing is, I recorded that like 2 weeks ago, and the title is I lost £40 by quitting Red Bull for 90 days.
UK, right?
And I'm £52 down. Now.
I visibly saw the change in you from Monday. Was it Monday when you were in? It might have been last Friday. When you came in, I noticed. I thought, oh, you look slimmer than you did last time I seen you.
It's flying, but I overdid it at the gym on Wednesday. Absolutely. I was broken biscuits yesterday.
Well, yeah. I knew you looked
I
a bit worse.
had an early night and everything, and I woke up. I'm not even going to gym today. I'm in bits. And someone's saying,
I never go to gym, mate.
I quit Red Bull when Klopp joined. It was just a coincidence, but I'll roll with that.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you ever go to the gym? Do you all that?
I've got a membership.
Have you? In London?
Yeah, but I started working a lot more weekends, so I'm just like, I can't really.
I can't.
And I live at the top of a hill in London, and to walk down the hill and then back up the hill and go to the gym, I'm just like, oh, can't be
Up
arsed.
and down the hills, proper.
That's the exercise really in my head. Yeah.
I only go running anyway. I never go to the gym. When we've been away on tour, I've gone to the gym with Macca, but I don't do anything.
Yeah, if I go away with like work stuff, I'll be like I was at the Euros for 5 weeks, and I was like, oh, like go to the gym, but then the gym was closed in one of them, so I was like, oh, I can't go now.
My favourite one, we went. We was in San Diego and they had this small little gym in where we were staying, and we was in the same hotel as the United players. By accident, we didn't even want it, like to be like that. And he ended up in the gym with Luke Shaw, didn't you?
Yeah.
In this tiny little
Talk
gym.
about, or would I lie to you? Me and Luke Shaw.
Talk about awkward.
Me and Luke Shaw was in the gym at the same time. I was going, the fuck you were. It's the buffet called the gym.
Oh my god.
Yeah, literally.
Was he alright?
It's fucking this big. And I've walked in, there was a woman just leaving, and it's me and Luke Shaw. So I got on a treadmill for a bit. He was on something like directly behind me because it's literally this big.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like 4 pieces of equipment, and then it's like, oh, excuse me, get that past you, then, mate. Like, yeah.
Awkward.
I don't like it, mate, with United players. I'm always wary. Do you know what I mean? There's someone watching that, you don't know what you've said about someone. We're quite.
I know exactly what I've said.
Well, you do, you know what you said. But most of them.
He also
like,
knows exactly what I've said.
you can tell from the look. Like, I love it when it's like the mix zone or whatever. You can tell certain players the way you look at it, they think they remember that vid. They remember that one.
But what we get with the players is it's always like, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
You got when you did that video, or Steve did a video, right, on the mix, was put Steve in the mix zone. And it was such a weird thing, right? Because we did the mix zones when we was on a tour. On one mix zone, everyone let onto you apart from about 3 people. But even like Marcus shut your hand, didn't he? And he was a bit moody with everyone.
He was really moody, Marcus.
Yeah, but he at least acknowledged you were there and didn't completely ignore you. And then the next one we did, this was just a bizarre thing. Like, you've been chatting to Harry Amas, haven't you? And Tom Eaton as well, just on the tour. And then they came over to him and started chatting to him. So it was literally like Steve doing the press conference and everyone piled round him, trying to get a word in that. And then we had United on the phone, so I was like, you know, them interviews you've done, can you just hold back on them a bit? Because they've done all like the print media as well. And we don't want to jump the gun. And because we weren't that, bothered about being like first with it, we were like, yeah, whatever. No dramas. Now can we have a bit of access? Hello? All right, thanks. Never mind. So yeah, it was really weird, wasn't it? But I liked Harry Massey. He came across really well. Saw him warming up the other night a lot.
I know. I thought he was going to get the tug
because he was warming up for like 88 minutes or something. I thought he's got to get up. They've got to be telling him you're going to get on in a minute. So
yeah, you think.
It's just constant warm up.
Trying to count the subs that we'd made, and obviously who did they bring on last?
Was it Ethan Wheatley?
Oh yeah,
last?
Wheatley won it. Yeah. So they bring Wheatley on, and they all go sit down. Obviously, I was like, oh, we've had 5 then. Yeah.
I was good. I remember that with. Remember it was in on it, pal.
Stephen Graham. Excellent shout.
Oh, Stephen Graham. We had his mate on here. Do you remember when we had Andrew Ellis in?
He might be the best one at the moment. British at least, anyway.
He's smashed it, hasn't he? It's weird how much he smashed it. Have you seen him when he's talking about like improvising with Al Pacino? With Robert, didn't hear Al Pacino in a scene?
What was that
in The Irishman?
Right.
And he said he's done a scene where him and Pacino are meant to have an argument, right? Because they hate each other in the film. And he said he's had an idea, and he said to like the director, "Look, I'm going to do this thing, just so you know." So the director's like prepared with the camera angles and all the rest of it, but he didn't tell Pacino. So as the row, and he's just whacked. Pacino's eating ice cream, so he just whacked it off him, and then gone for him. And he said like Pacino like was genuinely like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, he's Al Pacino, like, you know what I mean?
He's also 80.
And he's 80,
Yeah.
and Stephen Graham's about 50, and he's like that. And but he said like he loved it, and it was like, I thought that's a ballsy move, like, innit? You know what I mean? I'm going to assault this octogenarian during an improvised scene. But Stephen Graham like comes back to England, just does like telly, doesn't he? He's in like made in what is it? Not. But This Is England. He does all that sort of stuff, and he did that Boiling Point. I know he did the film, but he did the series as well. But he's class, Stephen Graham. Yeah, I've got a lot of time for. He's probably my favourite Scouser. I mean, there's a small.
I was going to say the list must be pretty small.
I mean, there's him and Rooney. And I think that's it. To be fair, am I missing anyone? I feel like I've missed someone.
Liverpool's not really done fuck all for the world, has it? So
musically, no. Football-wise, no.
No.
Can't think of anything else. Can't think of anything I've missed out there.
literally anyone from Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Of note.
Joel that we worked with, he's alright.
Oh yeah, he was all right.
Yeah.
We've got Joel's all right as well. Yeah, him sound.
That's the 3.
That's just 3. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else.
I don't think there is anyone else.
No, I don't think
For
we're
a big
missing.
city, it's done fucking now, hasn't it?
Someone in the chat said Lewis Archer said Craig Charles.
I think he's more of the Wirral.
Is he? Is he like Birkenhead style? I was. Do you know what's weird? I was watching Red Dwarf last night.
All right.
It just came on last night, randomly, and I just thought I'll watch a bit of it. And yeah, it was like old school one from like the early 90s, and he was obviously in it. Someone's put Brookside. That's not a thing.
Nah.
Ricky Tomlinson from the Royal Family. Thomas Wood. Right, I like the Royal Family, and I like Ricky Tomlinson in it.
Why is there a Scouser in it, by the way?
Why? Right, him and Sue Johnson are Scouts.
Where's it meant to be?
I don't think he's the best.
I always thought it was. I don't know. Actually, it could be Wivenshaw, But then it could be Stockport way.
No, it's not Stockport way.
There's one. The only reason I say that is because when they said County, who won last night? County won last night. Do you know what I mean? That's the only reason I ever thought that, because it's not.
I was thinking I wouldn't call
Well,
them
even
County,
like
I'd call them
Twiggy's
Stockport.
scouts, their scouts, the parents, and obviously the kids is Mank, and Darren's Mank, Andrew Wyman, shout out to him. They're all Mank, so it's obviously a Mank gaff, innit?
Yeah.
But why are the parents all Scousers?
Weird.
I think it reeks of Wythenshawe.
Do you reckon?
Can someone want to Google that? Where is it? Where is it based?
It could be Salford, you know.
Nah,
Because
I think they
my
refer
mate
to Salford
Adam Woods, who I
more.
went to school with, that was his house. Like, that was just, it looked like his house. The dad was just like his dad.
Yeah.
Not Scouts, but, you know, just sat in his armchair, cracking jokes, making us all laugh.
Yeah.
And he had, like, an older sister as well.
Bosch, Council Estate, Wythenshawe.
Nailed it. Eh?
Knew it.
Wythenshawe's a place to be,
Which
man.
is, and Shameless is Gorton, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't
Yeah.
it? I went off Shameless after, like, a year.
First season was, oh my God.
Yeah, it was
Second
mega.
season was like, oh, they lost some of the big stars, like
Yeah.
James McAvoy. And
He
that.
left, didn't he? He'd had enough. He went to Hollywood. He's another one who made it big, didn't he?
He's
Yeah.
done all right
Do you know what
since,
I mean?
hasn't he? How'd you go from Shameless to, like, Wanted
So-
with Angelina Jolie and stuff,
He's,
amongst other things? Like, how'd that work?
yeah, that
Because
is
Shameless
kinda
was like
nuts.
was it Channel 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a mad, probably not the biggest budget show ever. Yeah, that first season of Shameless is it's Phoenix Nights good. It's
Yeah.
that good.
Yeah, no, it is. It was amazing, wasn't it? And it was so different.
How many seasons did they did? About 6 seasons, didn't they? Where it got proper weird.
Must have
And,
done.
like, there's no one left. Everyone's fucked off.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, it was proper dark as well, wasn't it? After a while, it went from being like quite funny and quirky to being like proper.
They
Like,
just got mad with the writing, didn't
yeah, this is just insane. Roman Earl says he was so good in The Last King of Scotland. I like that. That's James McAvoy.
they? Oh, yeah.
He's also good in Split. Yeah, that's M. Night Shyamalan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you like him? Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't mind them when they have something like that going on with them.
But
Unlike my Red Bull video, which was no twist.
There's
in it
no
whatsoever.
twist there. He doesn't start drinking loads of
No.
Red Bull at the end. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan's one of them though. He's done some good films, but he's done some absolute stinkers. Like, The Sixth Sense is mint, and Unbreakable I think is pretty good as well, and I like The Village. But then there was the Happening was a bit. Right,
Don't know, I've seen that happening.
Mark Wahlberg. Well, don't
See,
give it
Mark
away.
Wahlberg, speaking of actors who've never done anything bad, he might have never done anything good.
Mark Wahlberg, the fighter.
He's just Mark
Three
Wahlberg
Kings.
in everything,
He
though,
is,
isn't
he
it?
is.
Yeah.
It's just
He
you
is.
book Mark Wahlberg.
He is.
You
Jeff
know what
Goldblum,
you're gonna
innit?
say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just him beating up people.
Yeah,
being
it's
from
just
Boston.
Mark Wahlberg. Like, basically, like, who do we need? We need Mark Wahlberg. There's a Mark Wahlberg character.
Did you know that Entourage was based on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him and his mates, wasn't it? They were going to do it as a documentary at first, and then he thought,
His
"Right."
brother in it.
Yeah, he is. Donny, is it? From New Kids on the Block fame. But they were going to do it, just following him and his mates around. Then they thought, actually, we'll all get cancelled if we do that. So let's not do that. Let's just make a show based on it, but make it like PG. But I hate Entourage.
It's shit, but it's good. And the film was shit, but it was good. And again, it's a little bit of a parade of celebrities.
I get all that.
But it's not bad eye candy.
Yeah, did you ever watch it?
No.
What do you watch? Have you got a series that you've been watching recently?
Oh, tell you what I've been watching.
Recently, no.
Special Operations Lioness. It's a Paramount one.
Is that Zoe thingy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Really?
It is good.
Is it accurate though, Steve?
No.
No. You sat there going, well, that's not real. That one happened.
It's also CIA Black Ops, so
To be fair, you
I
wouldn't
don't
think
really
like that.
know that.
I don't think like that.
But
I watch
it's-
fucking, you know.
there's a few
Star
bits
Wars
where you
and
go,
think it's accurate.
Yeah.
but it's not. It doesn't totally take you out of it. It's believable.
Yeah. John Office is asking, what's the greatest football film ever made?
Goal.
Shut up.
There's no good football films. There isn't.
There's the scene in Kez,
It's not.
but that's
It's
not a
too
football film.
culturally British or European for Hollywood to do it.
Ricky Thomason. What's it? Mike Bassett's all right. It's all right. Do you know what I mean?
Can't have that as the pinnacle of it.
Goal's not much better, is it?
It is.
To be honest with you. What about Bend It Like Beckham?
Shut up.
I hate
Genuinely, like, what is like the top football?
People have escaped to victory.
It's not a football
That's
film.
not really a football film,
It's
is
a
it?
film with a football match in it.
Green Street is fucking shite.
Looking for Eric,
Get out.
someone said.
Looking
It's
for
not a
Eric.
football film.
It's not. Eric Cantona's in it, but it's not really a football theme. Colin Coupledick says, bang on, Jay, the scene in Kes is so good. That scene is mint. It's not a football film, but that scene is elite. Danny G said, Damn United was flawed, but decent.
Yeah, that's true. That's not a bad film. That's a good film, standalone film.
Yeah.
And it's obviously relatively historically
Michael
accurate.
Sheen's decent as well.
United is good. Obviously, United fans, you're obligated to watch it and like it. But
Yeah.
it's
Mean
also got some
Machine.
pretty good actors in it.
Mean Machine's terrible, man. Come on. Saeed Nadine says, Euro Trip. Have you seen that thing in Euro Trip with Vinnie Jones as a United fan? Do you know
Yeah,
the
United,
Man
and
song?
they're all Cockneys.
Cockneys, and he goes, if you know the United song, if you're a United fan, sing the United song. And he just sings some made-up song in the old chair, like, yeah, he's got it right. She's the Man, says Thomas Wood.
Is that a football film?
That's
It's
Amanda
about,
Barron.
It might
it's
be the
about
Damned United.
soccer, innit?
It might be
Yeah.
the Damned United.
It might be, to be honest with you, because that's a good film, and it is about football.
Yeah.
And it is about Leeds being shit as well, which we can all get behind. There's someone else says, Matt G said, Mike Bassett. Ross Murphy says, Man City 115 charges film coming soon.
I will say I had to, for work, watch the first episode of the City documentary.
Really?
It was time I'll never get back.
Was it just like PR?
was bad.
Was
Oh,
it
it
just
was
pure
It is PR. That was a million percent
oh,
what
it
it
was
was
so
going to be.
bad.
Really?
Oh, on every level it was bad.
Which one is it? Is this the one where they won
This
the
is
trophy?
when they've come back off from the summer and they got that guy, I can't remember what his name is.
Erling Haaland?
He's like some kind of comedy guy or something, and he stood by the door.
Oh,
as
him
they're
that
all
wears the
walking in
smoking
with the-
jacket.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh,
and,
good
and Jack
afternoon,
Grealish
sir,
didn't
you're-"
realise that it was a person.
Right, what do you think it was?
He didn't know.
A robot?
It's basically just like, Pep just screaming at him, just verbally abusing them all, basically. And he's like going in on them all. And then the next scene is one of the high up owner guys or something like, yeah, like there's a real collectiveness, like we all look out for each other, and it's just been Pep screaming at them about how terrible they are. And it's just like,
It's a true underdog story.
I didn't have to, I didn't get to the bonsai tree bit about Ireland as a bonsai tree or something. and
What?
I managed to avoid. I only had to watch the first one,
The
but I
thing
will
is-
say
Go on.
there's a lot of footage of a lot of the games that, for me, and some City fans that I know were giving me a bit of stick afterwards for saying this live
It's
on
your own
radio.
fault for knowing City fans.
I know.
Both of them.
Yeah, I know both of them. About how many empty seats you could see. That's one thing. You could see a lot of empty seats in
Really?
the footage that was played back.
And that's
yeah.
the footage that they've approved.
Yeah. So can you
Do you know what
imagine?
I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that was my main takeaway.
You got to
from
get your
it.
victories where you can, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, having little digs at them. There's still two, Bob. I don't care.
Well,
what
at the end
goes
of the
on.
day, they knew what they were doing. They asked me to watch it and give my honest opinion.
I might have seen this. I might have seen you talking about it. I might have seen
Yeah.
you flagging it up.
It was on the show that you go on.
I was very proud of you.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
thank
mean?
you. Mm.
The fact that you brought it up. You got to get these little victories where you can, on you.
Yeah.
There's no pettiness involved.
No.
Henry Sonka says, "Hey, watching from Uganda. Good to see you." That's where
Yeah.
Last King of Scotland sat. Yeah. Anakin says, "We will have a documentary like Wrexham. Hopefully.
What, winning the fucking National League?
We might do. Yeah, the stadium getting redeveloped, so we win the National League. That sounds about right. You can do the. You can bring that thing up if you want, Mr. Jones. You can go on my single. Fellas, do you want your grooming routine to be a one and done deal? Well, the days of using your trimmer for your face and your balls are over, because our friends over at Manscaped have got you covered. Using the code Paddock24, you get the beard hedger and the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra as one package, yeah? You get 20% off and you get free shipping as well. There's a link in the description. So you don't have to go through that thing where you're getting razors out, you get scissors out. I'm just going to cut me hair, now I'm going to do my beard, and now I'm going to do my balls. No, you can get it all done in a one and done deal. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is your ball's best friend, and the beard hedger with its 20 length options and its titanium steel coated blades is absolutely perfect for your beard. So you can have a beard like Mr. Howson here, it's modelling there. Lovely, the way nature intended. You can have one like mine, bit more smooth. You can have one in the middle, like, Joe Smith or Ronaldo Brown, one of them lot. You've got 20 length options, got you covered, yeah? Plus, on the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, you've got the LED light, you've got the multifunctional on-off switch. It has got everything you can need when you are shaving your nether regions. So, check out the link in the description. Use the code Paddock24. Get 20% off. Get free shipping. Your balls and your beard will thank you this winter. And a big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this podcast. Someone in the chat said Samuel L. Jackson. Right, and I don't know what the answer to that question. I don't know what the question is, because is he never been in a bad film? Yes, he's been in shitloads of bad films.
Yeah.
I think he's been bad in films as well.
Exactly.
I couldn't necessarily name them.
How many films do you think Samuel L. Jackson has done?
4,000.
I think you're not even that ridiculous. No, like, let's just pick a year, right? Let's just do this, right? Samuel L. Jackson.
2009.
Right, 2009. Let's have a look at 2009. Right. Okay. In fact, let's do 2009 and 2008. How many films do you think Samuel L. did in 2009 and 2008 in those 2 years?
12.
Less.
How many are you going with?
Not 6.
6.
Dunno.
Right, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 films in those 2 years. Yeah. He absolutely loves a paycheck, the kid, to be fair to him. He's just non-stop. Do you know what I mean?
So by the sounds of it, you can get him on the phone.
Right, in 2000...
He's never sent anyone to voicemail in his life.
Honestly, in 2019, he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 films. And also, some of these are like big blockbusters. They're not like little low-budget things. They're like Avengers films. Like, how's he going off to film Avengers for a few months and then still finding time to do 8 other films?
He answers the phone.
It is. He does. He absolutely loves it. He's like Michael Caine back in the day. Yeah, so he's been in loads of films. But I don't think you can say he's not been in any bad films. He won an Oscar, didn't he, for like honorary,
Was it for an actual film or just like an honorary mention?
It's just kind of like, hey, all that.
Feel like, we've just got to give him some
Someone says it, Fergal McLennan says, with this panel, there is a lot of consonants being dropped out of sentences. Took me 5 minutes to realise Ed Norton wasn't in a film called Ulk, sorry. Ulk, I did it again there.
And what is this a criticism? Is this a complaint? I don't understand.
Do you think that now you live down south, your accent's gone a bit cockney?
No.
Or do you think it's got worse?
Is it softened? Because mine's well softened. Have you heard the video of me outside FC United?
Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It sounds like I'm on Shameless.
Really?
It makes me and you sound like we're from...
It's horrendous.
I think it has softened slightly, but I find whenever I come back to Manchester, it goes back to normal.
One bottle of bodies and it's fucking heads going fucking like that.
Fucking have it, yeah. That's what I was like. All my mates at school would always take the mick at me because that's I say it all the time. But I get stick in London all like 24/7. I don't care though. I was like, I'd rather sound like me than you lot.
Yeah, that's true.
And I would purposely I'd try and find Salfordians or Manc people, just to speak to him to keep my accent going if I ever thought I was losing it or something.
French or something.
Yeah, you got to keep it up.
To French people to keep it going.
I want a Manc class.
One of my best mates in basic training from Moston. We absolutely had our fucking nappers off.
Nice. When I saw that video of you, I couldn't get over it. It was mental. You're so Manc. Honestly, it is proper Mancunian, but obviously, seeing the world has softened it somewhat.
I think also doing fucking videos multiple times a day probably has done it as well.
Do you think? Because it's weird, because when I worked in radio, at first they told me to tone it down.
Really?
They said, tone down the Mancunianness. And then when I did, they said it sounded comical. It sounded like I was taking a piss. So I'd be saying, John Smith has just been sentenced for 10 years for stabbing his partner to death, and they'd be like, you sound like you're taking a piss because you're putting on a voice that's not yours, and it sounds like,
It'd be the opposite way around now, wouldn't it? They'd like regionalism.
Oh, they love it, yeah.
So in the end, they just went, just do.
Yeah, it works in my favour, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
people
what I mean.
And to be fair, people will ring up and say it's actually nice to hear a Manc voice talking about United, because there's not many of them down there, obviously. So.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that's true.
All the other United, they're all Southerners.
Yeah.
So at least
keep flying that flag. let them know.
That's why I've got
Do
to
you know
stay
what I
down
mean?
there, yeah.
Keep it authentic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
where's the fucking Greg's?
Yeah. What's happening?
Like I said it the other day, I was like, you know what I've realised in London? Not a lot of Asdas. Don't see a lot of Asdas, do you?
You know,
And then
is that
I
a thing?
realised, and they don't have, because there's one not far from here, you know, Barbarito?
Yeah.
So I got the mitt taken out of me because I was like, why is there no Barbaritos
Barbarito's a
in
good
like
name, yeah. A good
Barbaritos
name
in
to say in a
London?
Manc accent.
Yeah, I was like, there's no
Yeah, that's a
Barbaritos, no
classic, man.
Barbaritos,
That's
and
like-
it's very. I've seen like one Asda. Don't even think I've seen a Morrison's.
Really?
Swear down.
No Morrison's?
I
Just
wouldn't know
Sainsbury's
where all these-
everywhere.
Yeah, Sainsbury's. Tesco's huge, innit? It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Can't
You
move.
think they'd be
Tesco's.
still?
That Waitrose crap.
Yeah, I never got that, mate.
What else?
Not won a lot.
Yeah, loads of Sainsbury's. I love a Sainsbury's down
Did
there. Lidl and Aldi is
Someone's
there,
put
but
self-ordering a real thing. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't call it that, the sulfurites kick off.
I say so far. Can you not say it?
Yeah.
No, you can, yeah, I think
Yeah.
I don't know. Man,
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Fitz says, why does History weigh us down more than others? Does it? Does it weigh us down, do you think?
We got more history than others.
Well, that's a great point, actually.
Oh, apparently there's a big Morrison's in Camden. I don't live near Camden though. Bit
No, I
too
don't
close
like-
It says
there.
Manchester Greggs is 100 times better than London Greggs. Pollution has fixed the cheese in Manchester.
Is that like
What a
Guinness in
fucking
Dublin?
sentence that
is that
is.
Guinness in Dublin, where it says different?
Wait. Greggs is from the northeast, though, right?
Oh, is it?
I believe so.
Right,
I
thought
know
it
there
was-
used to be a Greggs in Clayton, like a big. I used to have a mate who was a forklift truck driver at the Greggs,
Right,
which I think was Clayton.
right, okay.
But I'm pretty sure it's from the northeast. I want to say Newcastle.
Right. Oh, God, that's about time they contributed something to
So
society.
there we go. Newcastle's contributed more than Liverpool ever has culturally.
I love this. Right, let's have a look. History of Greggs. Yeah, you're right. Tyneside Bakery, 1939. Done well there, aren't they?
Probably the most significant thing that happened that year. It's booting off in Poland. Yeah, but have you ever had a sausage roll?
Exactly. Never mind about that. that don't matter.
I've got something else for you.
Yeah. Hold the front page. Never mind about that. We've got something better.
Appeasement. I'll
Yeah,
fucking appease
I've
that.
got, yeah, have a bit of that. Right. Ste Howson, are you looking forward to a bit more Ruud ball?
Yeah, don't try and put this on topic.
No, I'm just going to ask the question. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I thought we've got Ange, she might want to talk about it for like the 15
Well,
minutes.
there's other
we've got
shows
left.
for that.
All right, fair enough. I just thought I'd ask the question. You know what to talk about. We can't talk about Greggs. It's not an issue. I'll be honest with you. I've had enough of talking about Manchester United to last my lifetime. Just
It's
today.
been a lot the last like couple of days, hasn't it?
Oh, the last 10 years, Ange. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah, but like,
know.
at least there was a stage where United, you could expect them to dither for a bit. You know what I mean? We've sat to managers. You think, all right.
You think, all right, we've got a few,
got a few
months.
months.
Yeah, I've
Before
got some
we sort
videos
that
in my head here. I'm going to do a top 5 of
Yeah.
managers we
Yeah.
should look at. And you're like,
Yeah.
we've already done it. What do you mean we've already done it?
Yeah.
We've had the.
It was a bit
we've
much.
tweeted.
Fuck
Who's
off.
tweeted?
Yeah.
The club. What?
Yeah.
Like, hang on a minute.
We were managerless for 24 hours.
I know,
Yeah.
that was insane, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was
It's
like.
a bit much.
Was literally 6 o'clock that day where they were announced. That was like Jose to Van Gaal to Jose style.
Because it was lined up 4 months ago.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And it's like, you can't even, milk it for all you want and have a little bit of a debate and discussion. You've
No.
got to get on that hammering bus.
Yeah. Literally. Probably better for Ten Hag though, isn't it?
You know what I mean? Yeah, it probably is, isn't it? I didn't like, was it the Mail who like showed his footage of his family and hugging and all that? I said, oh, his family coming. Like, what's all that?
The Mail apparently tried to get in touch with me.
But you?
Yeah,
What for?
Ded was telling me. Monday, my phone went off. Did you get the one I passed on to
Yeah,
you?
thank you for that, my brother.
So I was off up to the lakes on Monday as I get a text off Ronaldo Brown saying, he's gone. Who's gone? Ten Hag's gone. Oh.
Where?
And then my phone just goes, Gadoosh, Sky, Your Gaff, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all got pied, every single one of them. No, and I was actually enjoying the pieing that was going on.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't speak to you. I'm driving the motorway and in a Land Rover, so I couldn't speak to you if I wanted to. And I was like, nah, I'm doing fucking nothing. Actually, I don't want to speak to anybody.
Yeah, because me and Joseph went live, and then I had my phone like that, and I've got my WhatsApp on it, and it was just like, just fucking messages and messages and messages.
But yeah, the
like,
mail. I said this is exactly what I said to Dej. I hope you just took a picture of your cock and sent that.
Fair, well, they're not going to put that in there, are they? For obvious reason.
Because he's black.
Yeah. Well, like, it makes you laugh when you get like.
I bet they were wounded emailing.
Yeah, that name.
Aodeji.
Yeah, I bet they were like, oh,
Yeah,
give that
Oh, this sounds ethnic as fuck.
Yeah,
Look at it.
give it the intern. you can email that.
Let's start it off with a British name instead. Call him David or something.
Aman says, why...
for the right-wing press.
What?
That.
Yeah.
Deji's name.
It is, isn't it?
Although, to be fair, fucking GB News got in touch.
What?
Know your audience.
Right, where do you stand on that, though, right?
Where do I stand? Tell them
Because-
to fuck off, usually.
No, because I get that argument, but then there's another... The counter-argument is, not maybe for football stuff, but would you go on somewhere that's right-wing and put forward your left-wing views to try and educate the right-wing people watching?
No.
Because that's a debate I had with someone. Because I remember Stanley, who I really like and respect, he goes on GB News and he's like proper left-wing, proper liberal. Nevada media don't get more left-wing than that in a sort of mainstream-ish. I know it's not mainstream, but media. But he goes on there and argues with them about shit and puts forward. And I think, I kind of get that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think I could do it.
I've got a thing of, I'll only go on publications or be on camera with people I like and respect.
Hence the reason we work together constantly. Someone messaged me once from, I think it was Talk TV, and they said, could you come on and talk about what's going on in the Middle East? Right, genuinely. And I went, what? Right, my reply was, what? This was on Instagram. And I went, come across you on Twitter, could you come and talk about what's going on in, Gaza or whatever? And I was like, why have you asked me? I said, like, I've never been there. I'm not an expert. I said, there's much better voices than mine to put forward a point of view that you're looking for. Why have you asked me? He's like, saw you on Twitter, you got a bit of a following. I thought, what sort of a reason is that? To just get anyone on?
Do you know what?
To just talk about something they've got no expertise in. I'll give you an opinion, but I'm not coming from a place of expertise.
Makes total sense.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's got 100,000 followers who talks about football. Let's get him on to talk about what's going on in the Middle East.
Anyway, we've got this Manchester United creator. So, Gaza.
Yeah. I'm like, why? Like, I said to him, like, there's lots of better voices that can come and talk about it with a bit of authority. But it's obviously just some producer for Let's just get him on to get James Whale or someone to shout at him because he's brown. Do you know what I mean? I was like, you can fuck off with that. No, thank you. Although, what's the fee?
No, I wouldn't do it.
You are? Nah, I hear it. I hear it, man. I do. Because it's like, there's certain things I would do, and there's certain things like, I feel like for something like that, there's better voices you can speak from experience you should be getting on. So I wouldn't want to go on there and say, well, I've been doing a bit of research. I can tell you what's going on.
Channel 4
feel
asked
like
me to do a military thing, which I've said yes to.
But you can come with that with a position of authority. You've obviously, got your, the credit to do that. People will watch that and go, okay, he's someone who you can listen to, knows what he's on about. You're not someone who's just watched,
No, but it's not something I've ever spoke about
Bravo
properly
2-0,
on
the
camera,
documentary.
though. Like, it's not something that... Like, I talk about football all the time, very comfortable talking about football. But for someone to be like, okay, let's talk on camera, military... Like, I'll talk off camera about military stuff, and, I've got a lot of friends still and recently out of service, but to talk on camera, it wasn't a, oh, yeah, sure. It was a, oh...
What I think about it.
Maybe.
Have you ever done anything like that? Have you ever done anything on the mainstream where you've been like talking about something other than football? Something a bit off, off-piste?
Don't think so.
I can't think of...
Don't think so. Not with like telling her out. On my own socials, yeah, I do what the fuck I want. No, not on TV, I don't think so.
What about you, Ange? Have you ever done anything that's not football related on the media?
There's certain things, but it's still kind of related to media. So like the other week, there was the Black Business Week in London.
Yeah.
So I was on a panel, but it wasn't talking about football or United specifically, but about like how you get into the industry and like things that you've had to overcome and stuff. And it's like you kind of forget some of it. And it's like I'm telling a story that I probably think is quite funny because maybe I'm a bit messed up and people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you went through that. Are you all right? And I was like, yeah, fine. It was
He still likes us.
I remember once they asked me to do LBC. They ran me and said, we want to talk about, you remember when the train strikes were on? and it was like.
Can we have
cup
like the
final.
top 5 of weird things you've been asked to talk about?
It was kind of related because it was like the cup final, and he said,
So what this is Jay doesn't say no to fucking anybody.
"Well, this is the thing, right?" Because he said, "Can you come on?"
I've got a train spotting podcast. Have you got any interest in trains? No. Will you come and do it anyway, though? We've got 4 followers.
Yeah,
He
I'm
always
there for
takes a piss, right? Because I go on like channels, but you, Steve, you know better than anyone. You've been on that. I always, from my journalism days, I always remember you reach out to people and ask them to do stuff here. And also, you know, we're quite fortunate that you worked your way up. You had a blog and a podcast and all that stuff. But coming into Devils was already like, it got a following quite quick because it was one of the first ones through the door. Where some people are starting from scratch. And when we used to work with Shocker, I always admired the fact that, you know, MUFC would ask him and he'd tell him to fuck off. And then your man in his bedroom with fucking 3 followers who's a student would ask him and he'd say yeah. Because he'd want to give him helping hand. I always respected that. So yeah, I do. Sometimes it is a bit soul destroying when you're knackered and it's like 9:30 at night and you've got like 4 concurrent views and you're thinking, why am I doing this? Man?
I can't get on this channel.
I know you can't. People say to me, you fell out with Steve, I've not seen him. I was like, I can't. He's just busy and he's here, there and everywhere. He's like, he's still on it. But yeah,
if I got more free time, I'm on here more rather than
I get it.
You know,
and I have
a guy making his first fucking video.
I have rolled it back a bit because it is a bit like when you goosed and then it's like, and you end up on one. And there was one where.
Do you know what the truth is, mate? Right, genuinely, there's only so many ways you can talk about, and that's why I like the Brew being just fucking mayhem.
Yeah, I get that.
There's only so many ways. Like I have my best mate in the whole world. I've literally known him since my birth. He fucking texted me today, saying, "What's your thoughts on hammering?" Fuck off.
Yeah.
Is my thoughts on hammering.
It's bad, isn't it? I know what you mean because it's like.
Yeah, I'm
I get that
done.
sometimes.
Or I get a text off someone to go, "Did you watch the match?" No.
Yeah.
What match? Shut up, your dick.
Yeah.
How's Grandad?
I was with my mate the other day for the game. Not for the game. We got a scran and all that. Went to the game, and then he wasn't sat with me, but we met afterwards because I was getting a lift back with him and his kid. And after the game, bumps into someone, and they recognised me, knowing me about the game, and they had some opinions that they didn't agree with. And I just sort of stood down. I was just like, "All right, okay, yeah, all right." And afterwards, my mate was like, "What was he on about him? Why didn't you argue with him?" And all that. I said,
Not got it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if someone wants to give their opinion, fair enough. But I'm not going to start debating in the middle of the tram station.
But do you know?
Arguing with people.
Do you know where
I
I get it? Which you guys, I hope neither of you relate to this. Dating.
Well,
because
I've not been on a date.
Because
years.
as a woman who watches football, works in football, going on a date and having someone quiz you on your opinions on Rashford or like who's the best manager in the Premier League at the moment, or they find out I'm on air and they want to know about you lot. Oh, what's Steve really like? Oh, I love Jay. Like, is his head really that shiny and bald? Like, oh, like, it's hell. Like, thanks, guys. Hence why I will die alone. So yeah, it's so annoying. Like, I almost want to create a fake job. Because the second you say anything to do with football...
Nonce hunter.
Literally. And then you say who you work for, then it's what's this person like, was it? It's too much.
Really?
Yeah, it's annoying. So annoying.
Do people recognise you? Do they recognise you from this? And from
Sometimes people do. And I think I feel bad because from the Euros, because like you're at every England game, talking to fans all day and after the game, and you get people coming to, oh yeah, like you was at like such and such game, oh I spoke to you, and I'm like, I don't remember. And you like, yeah, it's
Josh that's one of my favourite comments ever. Read it out, Ange.
I can't, which one?
Josh,
where is it?
It's in purple, it's about...
Oh. Didn't
realise Januzaj knew who Jay was. That's
someone who's been here for a long time.
Been here for a little while there, Josh. He knows the dance.
That's good knowledge.
That is good knowledge.
That is very good knowledge.
I can imagine that's an absolute nightmare. It's probably something you're going to experience more than any of the lads that are on there that are trying to get it out there, like say Ronaldo or something like that. He's probably not taking young ladies on a night out and getting quizzed about the thoughts on whether we should play free at the back or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't know anyway, would he?
But yeah, I can imagine that's annoying. I am so glad that. I mean, I couldn't even do it with where you are with your missus. That you got a match.
Yeah, like I don't like Vaughan has similar opinions to me anyway. She never says anything like where I'm like, what the fuck you on about, whatever. It's just one of those, you know, sometimes like where you've done like work all day or you've done a watch along and you get home and then my lad will be like, what did you think of the game? And then me and Vaughan will chat about it and then you're a bit like, it is like,
fuck off now.
Yeah, but it's never a bad thing because, like I said, we agree on a lot. So you just agree, and you're not going like, other than obviously
I get it
her
with
love
me.
for like Vote Veghorst for lady.
Yeah.
Other than that, which you know, I've never been on that train. But,
I get it with my mum.
Worse opinions.
Because my mum, obviously, like over the year, like the first game she went to, she brought a book with her. She
Was it the Van Gaal era?
No, it was in before that.
Like, I'm not even joking.
She brought a
Was it
book.
that on knitting?
It was,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was like, you know, my signal's gone, what am I going to do? Can't watch the game.
Like, she's dead supportive, so she like watches everything and listens to stuff, and she'll say to me, "Oh, have you heard about that player?" And even I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, they were talking about it on the radio," and I'm like, shit, she knows more than me at this point. But like she'll say like, "Oh, what did you think of the game?" Or I couldn't watch it. Or like I landed from Istanbul and she's like, "Oh, I'm watching the England women. They've had loads of offsides." I'm just like, "Shut up!" Like, can we just talk about like what you did at work or something? Like, she's on it now.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got mates who think they're on it. I've got mates who like
Everyone's
like he'll ring me and go, "Jay, do you know what? I'm hearing that United are in for." I'm in, like, "Oh, really? Where have you heard that?" And it'll be so like the Mirror. You're like, well, you're not hearing it, are you? Do you know what I mean? Like, you've read it in a fucking national newspaper. Don't ring me like you've got ITK stuff. Like,
I quite enjoy the fact that Janine don't have a Scooby-Doo or a single bit of interest in football.
yeah, that's I get that. But like the thing with Janine, she knows what's going on and everything. It's not like she's clueless, but she's just not bothered.
I'm interested.
Which
Doesn't
is
care.
she's good. What about your little one?
Well, Jaden, obviously, 18-year-old lad, goes to the match.
Been doing this longer than we have.
Yeah, he's
Literally.
he's a fucking pain in the ass because I'll get all of everything I've done. I've done 5 videos about that game last night, and I'll get a text going, "What do you think of the game?" Fuck off is what I think of the game. Yeah, Blake's not asked. She's getting into football and she wants to play football, and weirdly in the summer holidays, so it's like there's no teacher influence here either, it's just a decision, she wants to play basketball.
Really?
Yeah, don't know where that came from, so we got her a little pink basketball.
That's good. There is an Americanisation though, because the internet and YouTube and all that stuff.
Well,
Like,
she's 5. I don't know what the hell she's been watching.
mate,
she
my
just
kids,
decided
my
to.
kids were on it at that age. Like,
She's in
watching
Roblox
stuff
at the
on
minute.
Yeah. Oh, my kids love all that crap. Honestly,
But I like it. Like, she likes unicorns and Kim basketball, and Janine likes fucking hills and magic and fucking shit like that. And I don't.
Yeah, Janine's into Harry Potter. It's like my missus into Harry Potter. All my lot are into.
I can't imagine coming home from work at midnight and United have fucking drawn 1 in 8, and her going, "Kim Bruno needs to get a grip, doesn't he? You need to get a fucking grip."
Yeah, I noticed my better half is in the chat already going, whoa. That'll be me slagging off Ruud Veghorst and Baron Flaney. So I'll be staying in the shed tonight. Fucking great darts. You haven't got a game this weekend, have you, son?
Fucking wounded, mate. Why
found out
start
that
football clubs and cancel football matches, you dicks? Opposition pulled out.
I heard that.
What are you doing?
I know. Ours is, my lads is still on, apparently. I hope it stays that way because it's a home one.
I got
Otherwise,
some.
We've got to travel.
Oh my God, news.
What, for the...
Yeah, for the football team, but
Can you share?
unlike some people, I don't.
Oh, I know.
We don't divulge
I know what it is.
till contracts are signed.
I know. See what I'm saying?
Contracts signed, and you'll all hear. But what I'll say is, it is a first. It is a first.
Well done, son. Keep up the good work. Watch this space. That's all I'll say to Ange.
I wouldn't say watch this space. You'll hear.
Fucking hell.
It's
Fucking right,
it's really big.
Okay.
Ange, what are you up to this weekend?
At the game on Sunday.
That was a heavy sigh.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Is it that bad?
Up
Are you
at
excited
5.
about the game Sunday?
Yeah, I am. I'm just.
not, you know.
Are you not?
I can't.
Rude ball.
No, but I'm just being
It's
honest
not like
with you.
I'm going into it like, oh, we're going to win 5-0.
No one else, just between us three.
But, yeah.
I can't explain why. I'm going.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I hate this time as well where he's not the manager who's in the dugout. We're waiting for the actual manager to get here. Because it feels like if we do really well, like the other night was mint, 5-2, score a load of goals, great atmosphere. But then it's a bit like there's that element of people going, well, where was this under Eric? And then there's all the sort of what does this actually mean in terms of what is, because he might come in and change everything. So I get where you're coming from.
In limbo, yeah.
I fucking hate Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
I forget how much I hate him until we play him.
And I went to the game in April at Stamford Bridge.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
That was bad. I really thought it was a few days before my birthday, so I thought, I'll go to that. That'd be all right.
Yeah,
We've had a few little games in the last 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
10 years.
It's been horrible, isn't it?
Come on,
it's been hard
Just
work.
can you take us to like deep April thinking we might win the league?
We had
Can
it.
you imagine
I mean, what was it with Ollie? Was it like January?
Yeah.
It was over, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it Christmas Day we were top, and by January?
But no one was ever going.
No.
No.
I remember doing something on BBC, and they were trying to get me to say like we're going to win the league, and I was like, I remember saying if Pogba stays fit, if Eric Bailly, believe it or not, because he'd been on fire. I know that sounds insane. I said if he stays fit, we've got a chance, but they won't. And that's exactly what I said. And a week later, they were both injured for like a month. And that was the end of that. Yeah, so just a little bit. You know, when you see like, I know they're idiots, but Arsenal fans have at least got a title race for a bit.
Arsenal can say, we're going to win the league. And you take the piss out of them because it's the right thing to do. But they will believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us could say this. We don't believe it.
No, we don't. And like, they can look at it and go, we're top of the table in March or even April. So you can go, okay, there's something to hold on to there. We can't say it when we're sat in fucking 9th.
Nah.
It doesn't ring true.
Says Glenn Whelan signed for Paddock. I love Glenn Whelan. Do you imagine what he'd do at non-league level? He's only about 40, isn't he?
Glenn, yeah, he's not that old.
He'd fucking bang him in.
He would, wouldn't he? Are you going to go down that route? Not Glenn Whelan. Like, ex-pros and all that.
Danny Simpson pulls his finger out of his arse and gets off a sun lounger in Dubai, maybe.
Yeah, I saw him posting earlier. Mate, Danny. Hey. Do you know what?
He keeps texting me going, yeah, I'm having it. But where are you this week? Dubai.
The one that gutted me.
Enjoy that.
And I don't know if I can say this on camera, so I'll just say it anyway. Right, I'll give you a clue and you can tell me if you can divulge it. He used to play for Crystal Palace.
Balassi?
Yeah, there you go. When that looked like that was going to happen, when I saw your text message, I was so giddy because he's such a baller, Yannick Balassi. He's fucking mint. Like,
Yannick wasn't a no. It was I think I've got a contract.
Yeah, that was it. And for that moment, we weren't sure. I was like, oh my God, if he's a Paddock, that's going to be the best thing ever.
He'd have been ridiculous.
Yeah, because he's so skillful.
He might have scored 10 a game.
Mate, but the thing is, he played football, he just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, he'd have been
he just didn't care. He just loved it. He was just enjoying himself, like skinning people and fucking about and all that. Do you know what I mean?
Robert Morrison the same. I know he's not got a club at the minute.
Where was he? He was at like.
He does follow me, but I just don't think he'd come.
Yeah, it's. I can't talk about Ravel Morrison. It just saddens me. We knew it was going to happen, but it still hurts.
Did you see the interview with Maka doing the rounds again?
Yeah, I love that. Someone dug it out from like, that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was it, because you were doing something with him. And it was like, I remember, Maka was like here, and he was like, where's Steve? I said, he's just chatting to Ravel Morrison. He's like, what? I was like, he's just chatting to Ravel Morrison. I think they're doing something. And he's like, all right. And the next thing, Ravel Morrison came out of one of the other rooms, and he went, do you fancy doing something with us? And he went, yeah, I've got a bit of time now. You're up for it, yeah? Came down here, did an interview where Mac was.
But it was really funny, wasn't it? Because he's like, I'm not even a United fan.
Yeah.
And then we're like, what?
Yeah. And then,
he's like, no, I'm a Gooner.
Yeah.
And then Mac was trying to talk to him about United stuff, and he's like, I don't care, I'm not a United fan.
Yeah, I'm not a United fan.
It was a good interview.
It was, what I liked about it as well, like, Maka does that sometimes where he'll chat to people like they're his mate, even when you don't really know him that well. And he was like that with him. And he was like, some people think, I remember thinking, what a great player, but is he being a bit of a dickhead? Things like that. And he was like, yeah, we get it. And he was proper Ravel Morrison. And it is what it is, isn't it? We all knew it, didn't we? I don't think anyone thought he's going to beat United for the rest of his life. It's just a shame. When you spoke to him, didn't he say he wrote Fergie a note or something, didn't he, after his debut? And
there's a lot. It's not my place to put out with Ravel, but there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people just think young lad with a bit of attitude. There's more to it than that. There's a hell of a lot more to it than that.
someone else told me that as well. Someone else who was quite angry at certain things.
Trev.
Oh, 2 people who were quite angry at certain things that went down, and I think it wasn't, all on him. But Ravel Morrison, people laugh when you say, like, because of the players who've had, you say who's the best youngster you've seen in the academy, and you go, Ravel's up there, and I think it probably might be. You go, no, he's not. It was Giggs or it's Beckham or whatever, and you think Ravel.
No, they never actually. A lot of them skipped the 18s as well. Like,
Yeah.
in terms of the 18s, Ravel was up there, but he didn't win Player of the Year. Ryan Tunnicliffe did.
I used to love Ryan Tunnicliffe. When it was obvious that Ravel wasn't going to stick around and neither was Paul Pogba, I tried to convince myself that Ryan Tunnicliffe was the future of Manchester United. And I may have even wrote a few blog articles on that.
Joey Wells
subject.
was.
Go on.
Ben Pearson.
Yes. Fucking hell. What happened with Ben
Went
Pearson?
to Preston. I
Did
don't know
it?
what happened after that.
There's a few that go. Josh Harrett went to Preston, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he was without a club last
He
year.
was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was only about 24.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's always sad when you see things like that. I'm sure he'll be all right. He'll end up at Paddock one day. They all will. We'll leave it there. Go and check out Ste Howson TV. He's not got a match on Paddock FC, but you can go and check out his channel and see about his. It was, what's the title of that video again? What's it called?
I quit Red Bull for 90 days, lost £40.
You don't know what it's about, but go and have a look. You can check it out. Go and check out Ange on all your socials as well. You know where to find her. That's been Angelina Kelly. That's been Ste Howson. I'm Jay Marty. This has been The Brew. Big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring us. Go and check out the link in the description. Use code Paddock24. Thanks for watching.